fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California, and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. Derwin James, an All-Pro as a rookie last year, up from his safety spot to make the tackle. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Hey, 79! 79! Bravo!
Rivers in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He'll get this to Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fielded at the 33. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On second down, it's Lindsay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Flacco. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, Flacco. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Passing play. Flacco buying time to his left. His throw incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. He finds Riddick, complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Well, the Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. They're going with Lindsay. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. The Charger drive about to get going, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
At the 9-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Well. You draw focus.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Hey, ready?
From the red zone now, Rivers. And caught by Henry. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
I got you. Red Delta! Hey, exit. Hey,
To throw, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, Flacco. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Riddick with a carry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Flacco. This is the tight end Fant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Flacco from the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation, because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to a sack back at the 16. In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
You better talk to your boy, have him protect you.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Rivers now, the throw on first down. It's Williams on the catch. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. On play action, Rivers. Complete. It's Henry. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yep. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash in a bit of a tight angle. And he tugged this one badly. Badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it. And from short range, That is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Rivers hands off to Eckler. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Rivers now. Open man, it's Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Rivers. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Lance Kendricks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Flacco. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. He completes this to Sutton. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Another run by Lindsey. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. That goes for 15 yards on the fake, a 1st down, and a lot of fist pumps right now on that sideline. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Flacco will lead them up as they're going to go for 2. To pass, Flacco. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's on it.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, LA! Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now it's Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Flacco. And a little floater there is incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Flacco. He's got his tight end Fant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, second down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Monday, 61, Matchbox Lights. Monday, that's right. Gun.
Here's Riddick.
You ain't doing nothing today.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Flacco now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 36, Flacco eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game, I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Here's Flacco to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want it.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Juwan Winfrey with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. McManus's point after is good, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On the ground, it's Riddick. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They go back to Riddick. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Check safety, check safety.
49, check 49, check 49.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Rivers. He completes it to Henry. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And that is... The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Setting to throw. Flacco. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. And a throw there going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Check.
X3, 218, jump.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Block the key.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the home team here, they pick up their second win now on the year.